welcome. This is Pokédex.org. I'm using this for a reason. So I'm going to be doing the top 10 types that don't make any sense for Pokemon. So let's begin. Number 10, we're starting off with Bulbasaur. Okay, where do I start? Well, actually, he's not too bad. This is just starting. When you first look at him, you would think he's a grass type. But look at the side type. Poison. What? That didn't even look like a poison type. Venusaur at least looks like a poison type, a grass poison. Ivysaur is fair, like a grass poison, sort of, but still going to the grass. So, Bulbasaur and Ivysaur should be like grass type, and Venusaur should be a grass poison. I don't understand Bulbasaur's poison type. Before I go over to the next one, I just want to say that I'm not doing these in any order. Like, I'm not doing these in, like, this one's the worst or this one's the best. I'm just putting these onto a top 10. I just want to... So, Jynx. For looking at this, it looks like a psychic type, sort of. I can kind of see the psychic type. But then, and you're gonna think, alright, I'm gonna use this against, like, a fighting type. The fighting type uses a fire type move, and it's super effective. You look at its typing, and you see it's ice type also. It doesn't make any sense. Where is its ice type? Where the freak is its ice type? The psychic type I can get with. Like, it kind of looks like the psychic type. But I can now see it with psychic ice, because I know this Pokemon. I know it. But if you never know this Pokemon, you would think it was a psychic type, not a psychic ice. Now, before I go over this one, this one is more an addition to the type, and not really a type that doesn't make sense. So, Meganium. It looks good enough. Like, Meganium being grass type, that's good. That's good. That's okay. But here's the problem I have with Meganium. Chikorita is a grass type. Bayleaf is a grass type. And usually at the end of an evolution, they add on to some other type. Meganium is a grass type. It stays grass the entire way. Nothing goes... It's kind of plain. It could be grass poison. Now, one thing that I will say is if, because this is second generation, so it's like Venusaur was grass poison, and then Meganium's immediately grass poison, so I can kind of see this, being sort of, but like still. It doesn't make that much sense. Number 6. Oh, where do I start? Okay. Sorry I can't get it up, but Asbiel, whoa. Okay, that's the second time I pronounced, a Pokemon character as a Undertale character. If you haven't, seen my Pokemon trading card game opening, I accidentally, pronounced Magneton as Mettaton. So, anyways, so, the evolution after Azuriel and then Meryl, after that, they're both fairy water. Meryl and, what's the evolution of Meryl? I forget his name. But those two are fairy water, and I can kind of see the fairy type a little, but the water type I can really see. But Azuriel? What? Fairy normal. Doesn't make sense. Okay, if I saw the water normal, that would be okay. Water normal, and then change to a water fairy. I could kind of see that. But water normal. But fairy normal. This doesn't make sense. Where is normal type? It looks like a water type. And before you say it's blue, but that doesn't mean it's a water type, it just looks like a water type. It does not look like a normal type. And I've seen this on a lot of other lists that have Pokemon types that don't make any sense. Oh my god, I don't understand this. Skipping through a few generations, we then get to number 494, or number 0, Victini. Fire type looks really good. Like, I can understand this fire type. The fire type and his main move, V-Create, I'm pretty sure, is what's called. It understands. It's like this giant flaming V that just comes at the Pokemon. Psychic? I don't see that. First time I saw this Pokemon, Fire Psychic. I mean fire, just fire. Not psychic. Fire Psychic just doesn't make sense for Victini. So, next one is Klinklang. It's based off of a gear. So you would think that it's a Steel Psychic. I mean, Steel Electric, because it's based off of a gear, so, and it's like turning and stuff. So that would be, Steel Electric. Nope, it's just Steel. This also goes for Clink and Lang. Clink and Lang. Wow, I just realized how uncreative that name is. It's literally just Clink and Lang put together and get Klinklang. All of those types don't, like, this is just another addition. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So, the website that I'm using, Pokedex.org, does not have, Kalos Pokemon, so I'm only going down to Unova. And before you say, Pokemon.com, for some reason it wasn't loading, so I can't do that. Anyways, Meloetta. I'm pretty sure it's number 3. Meloetta doesn't make any sense. Psychic Normal was okay for Unova, but when Kalos came around, it kind of looks like a fairy. Like a singing fairy, so Psychic Fairy would work. Nope. It's still a Psychic Normal. And I don't get this. Okay, we're at number 2. Just remember that I'm not ordering these and words or whatever. This is another addition. Its water type makes a lot of sense for Sarot. But Poison or Steel would work. Poison would work because it just looks like it could poison you. Steel type is a little more confusing. If you see, there's these little things on his arms and like head, and these look like armor. There's not a Steel type? What? How does that make sense? Number 1. I was gonna put Lugia on here, but I found him, found Waltrog, and I knew I had to do this. He's a normal type. Look at his eyes though. They look like those hypnotonic eyes. So Psychic. And normal type kind of makes sense, but a normal Psychic would have made sense. And hey, here's a little bonus. On the subject of Lugia, why not just have him here? I know this is the 11th, but this is just a bonus. Okay, his Pokedex entries say a blah, like the diving Pokemon. Water. Look at this. It's like blue and it looks a lot of like water. It sleeps in a deep sea trench. If it flaps its wings, it is said to cause a 40-day storm. Also, water type. It looks like a flying water or or like a water dragon. Nope, it's a Psychic flying. Flying I can see because it's like got wings, but dragon would have made it a little better, but Palkia has the dragon water, so I guess that wouldn't be a little weird. But it's 2 generations, so what? Water Dragon would have made sense for Lugia, or Water Flying. Psychic does not make any sense at all for Lugia. This is probably one of the most confusing types I have seen in Pokemon for so long. So yeah, that was my top 10 Pokemon types that don't make any sense. If you want to, tell me any more, I could make another one. And please, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And, anyways, I will see you later in the next episode. Bye-bye!